Hi, this is Rebecca Cheney. I chose to do voice. I think it's sort of a more difficult thing to teach students, and I teach third grade, so um, they pretty much have basic sentence structure and things like that down. So in third grade, we try to have them spice up their writing a little with voice. So what is according to our textbook? It's the heartbeat of the writer, fingerprints on the page, everything the writer truly thinks and feels, their imagination, vision, connection with the reader, an extension of the writer's love for the topic coming through the words, the something that keeps you reading, just letting go, individuality, honesty, the writer's own way of saying things, and their personality. So the difference between reading a paper that has good conventions and is structured pretty well, and it doesn't really have voice versus a paper of the same quality that does have voice is huge. So the sort of cookie cutter um, form of essay or writing piece is boring to read, and so when you add voice, it makes it more interesting for the reader. In writing, I chose because I had a group of students this year who did feel comfortable using voice in their writing, so I chose some student samples. So this is one thing that we did for dogs versus cats. It says, are cats better than dogs? Hello, yes they are. Here are a few reasons why. Here's another one. Did you know cats have super cool features? Well, here are some facts that will blow your mind. Dogs are the best. Obvi, cats stink. If you're a cat lover, get out of here. Ding, ding, ding. The fight is on. Who will win? Time. Okay. So I think cats will win. Why? Because cats are better. Case closed. Okay, okay. I will give Let's See 2 reasons. No? Okay, 3. This is a hardly fought battle, but dogs shall take the trophy home. Dogs are better because they are so loyal to you, and if you lose all your friends, you still have them. So these intros are way more interesting than I think dogs are better. Here are 3 reasons why. We did another writing piece on water conservation. Come help, we're running out of water. We have a limited amount of water and we're running out. We need to save water. Do you put a lot of trash in the toilet? Come on, tell the truth. If you don't, good. If you do, don't be sad. You can stop. Just think, if every person in the world flushed their toilet 2 less times a day, we could fill a lake 2 miles long, 2 miles wide, and 4 feet deep. Isn't that awesome? Don't you want to save water? Well, if you do, trying some of these ideas will really help save water. And then here's some samples from some personal narratives that my students wrote. Hey, guess where we went on fall break? I'll give you a hint. They have a pro baseball team called the Cardinals. Right, St. Louis. On the way there, I was really bored. The car ride was 5 hours long. My eyes lit up. There it is, the arch. I stepped to the plate. My heart was beating like a hummingbird's wings. The pitch came. Crack! I was getting a little anxious. In my head, I thought, let's try to beat the throw. Beat it, beat it. It's the first day of school. Yay! We ran as fast as our little legs could go and put our school. Models of like some good model texts of voice that our book included were the true story of the 3 little pigs, the stinky cheese man, sing a song of tuna fish, how fast is it, Afghan dreams, Claudette Colvin twice towards justice, creepy creatures, the good pig, Matilda, which is a personal favorite, and many more, which you can see on page 134 through 136. And you can make it fun with your kids and try to, maybe have them act out voices or you read it with a specific voice. Just have a little more fun. So how does voice unfold developmentally? So beginner writer creates bold lines, uses color, expresses voice in dictation, responds to voice in a text read aloud. A borrower level incorporates voice into art through color, images, and facial features. They might use exclamation points or underlining to show emphasis and use big letters to show importance or strong feeling. They show preference for text or art with voice, and then they borrow strong voice words like love. The next level, which is experimenter, uses expressive language. They often incorporate definite tone and flavor. They create expressive art, create tone that reflects feelings, puts moments of voice throughout their text, recognizes voice in text of others, can describe personal response like I liked it or it was funny. The meaning maker stage creates some text recognizable as their own piece. They write or draw with personal style. They create individual text or art. They elicit emotional response in the reader. They might use exclamation points or underlining to enhance voice. They show beginning awareness of audience by using conversational language and questions. They show preference for certain types of voice in read aloud pieces, and they often comment on voice in others' text or art, like that has voice, or I want to hear that again. An experienced writer creates lively, engaging, personal text or art. They create writing that's fun to read aloud, is able to sustain voice. They provoke the strong reader response. They use voice to influence meaning. They speak to the audience. They create voice that's easy to describe, like joyful, funny, moody, sarcastic, etc. They show growing awareness of their own voice and are able to control their quality and strength of their voice. And they can rate the extent of voice in others' text and can revise their own text to strengthen voice. So these are just some strategies you can use in your classroom to help teach voice to your students. The first one is to provide a safety net to make sure that students feel safe to share their writing. You as the teacher need to respond to students' work with unabashed enthusiasm. Reward risk, because it's sort of hard to be vulnerable and share your writing. So if they take a risk, make sure you celebrate that. Remind students to tell the truth. Just tell what happened, and as much as they can remember about their topic. Look to the topic. So if they're struggling with something, make sure that they think back and look to the topic that they chose with a careful lens on what really happened. Make sure they know what the topic is and they know their audience. And then when you read aloud, you can play the voice game. So there was an example in the text that had 3 different people. One was Seinfeld, one was Dr. Phil, and one was Hemingway. And they just had the passages, and you had to guess which one was which by their voice. And you could even do that with student writing pieces if their voice becomes them and people are able to recognize it with just their writing. And then also think beyond books. So there's a bunch of text out there that's not books that has voice as well. Great voice into your classroom. Go for contrast. So that means show students passages with voice versus something that doesn't have any voice, like an encyclopedia or dictionary entry. Have students read aloud to the class as well. Have them write letters, try role playing, try some improv. Encourage writers to speak the way they speak. Model the power of detail. Take the voice out and have them share what that is like. Have them write dialogue, and then show them how to personalize a topic. I know I'm going to take these strategies and use them next year in my classroom to help my students with voice, and I hope these help you as well.